today I want to go over the top 5 guns at the start of Season 2. And yes guys, within this list I'm actually going to have the Striker and the Glock 5.56, the two newest weapons in the entire game. So if you guys need a best class setup for all these 5 guns, including those two, you've definitely come to the right video. Now these are the most overpowered guns in Modern Warfare Season 2. Let's go check these guns out. A bang bang. Alright. What is up guys, my name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 overpowered guns in the actual list that I believe to be best or worst to best actually. So we're going to start off at number 5 with the worst one on the list, and then we're going to make it down to number 1, which I believe is to be the best one on the list. If you guys could subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those notifications turned on, I would truly appreciate that. You guys have been smashing it lately. Make sure to drop a like on this video, beat it up, do what you got to do to it, make it blue, that's it. That's all you got to do. And let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite weapon in the entire game, and what is the one weapon you hate dying to over and over and over again. Me, it's any of the shotguns. I hate dying to those. I don't know what it is. They just really I don't know, they just get to me, man. But anyways, let's get into this top 5 list, and at the number 5 spot, we're going to start with a gun that I love, but it is the MP7. Now this gun right here is a very great gun. This one isn't bad whatsoever, and that's why it's on the top 5 list. But out of the 5 guns, it's probably the worst one. So the MP7, the class you want to run, the exact class I'm running in the gameplay in the background, is the Barrel FSS Recon. This gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. That's 3 great positives, but there is 2 bad negatives. One of them is ADS, and the next one is movement speed. The movement speed isn't that bad because the MP7 is one of the smallest guns in the game. You don't have to worry about negative movement speed too bad, but the ADS kind of sucks. So we have to definitely get that ADS speed back on the next attachment, which is the laser, and that is the TAC laser. This one right here gives you ADS speed, it gives you aiming stability, and it gives you aim walking steadiness. Those 3 things are great positives to your weapon, and the only thing is that your laser is visible when aiming down sights. If you're not aiming down sights, you don't have to worry, it's not visible. But once you ADS, those people are going to see your laser and stuff like that. But we needed that aiming stability just so the gun could have a lot less kick, and we needed that aim walking steadiness and all that. Next off is going to be the stock, the FSS close quarter stock. This gives you only ADS speed, and it takes away some aiming stability. Now we did need that as well, just because I feel like having that extra ADS speed is always a good thing. The next attachment is going to be the underbarrel, and that's going to be the Commando foregrip. This one's great because it gives you that recoil stabilization and that aiming stability, but again, it does take away something I don't want taken away, and that is movement speed. And for the last attachment, we're going to run the rear grip stippled grip tape. This gives you ADS speed, which we don't really need for this attachment, but what we do need is that sprint to fire speed that it gives, and that's the reason we're running this attachment right here, and it does take away some aiming stability. So right there on this one right here, you guys can already see 2 negatives towards aiming stability and 2 towards movement, but the good thing is we got that aiming stability back. Next off is going to be the M4A1, and this one is a great class, and I highly recommend you guys use it class for class, attachment for attachment, everything for everything. What you want to run on this one is the Barrel FSS 12.4 inch Predator. You get that sound suppression, which I really like on the M4A1. I have no idea why, it just sounds cool when firing, it sounds more powerful, and you get that ADS speed. Now you do lose some bullet velocity, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The M4A1 still has that beautiful range and all that kind of stuff. Now we are going to run an optic. A lot of people have been asking me to run more classes with optics because a lot of people like to use those, and the one optic I always recommend is the GI Mini Reflex. If you're using an assault rifle, that's definitely the one you want to use. After that, we're going to move on to the stock, which is also a good one, and that is the no stock whatsoever. This gives you that movement speed and that ADS speed, 2 super important things to run within the M4A1, on the M4A1 and all that kind of stuff. Aiming stability is taken away and recoil control is taken away, but guys, trust me, this gun isn't that bad. You can actually aim down those sights and still be pretty stable. If you're accurate with the M4A1, you have nothing to worry about whatsoever. It barely has any of that recoil whatsoever. Next off, we're going to go to the underbarrel, which is going to be the same as the last class, and the rear grip as well. So we're going to be running Commando foregrip and stippled grip tape, just for that extra recoil stabilization and aiming stability, and for that extra ADS and fire speed, or sprint to fire speed I should say. Those are really good to have, especially on a gun like the M4. It's a little heavier than your normal SMG, even though it's an AR, or because it's an AR I should say. that is definitely why it's more heavier. Now the next gun is one that I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it. I didn't know if I wanted to put it in the number 3 spot or the number 2 spot, and then I realized I should probably put it in the number 3 spot, at least for now. Stay a little safe until I use it a lot more. I did max it out, like the max level is 55, I believe. I'm at 54 on this weapon right now, but the thing with this one is I just haven't played with it enough, so I had to put it in the number 3 spot, and that is the Striker. This is the new Striker, guys, the new SMG, and it is really damn good. Once you guys unlock this, I highly recommend getting all those attachments as fast as possible. Save your double XP for this one, your double weapon XP, and level it up really fast because it kills so damn fast. So the first thing you want to run is the barrel, 400mm stainless steel, for that extra damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. This is going to help you guys get those long shots a lot easier. Now it does take away some ADS and movement speed, but it's all good on this class right here. It aims in very fast, you don't have to worry. The laser, we're going to run the 5MW laser. Now this one, the thing I don't like about it is that your laser is always visible unless you're aiming down sights. So if you're not aiming down sights, everyone's going to know where you're at unless you're sprinting or aiming down sights and stuff like that. So make sure that you know where the enemies are if you're using this class right here. What you want to run with the 5MW laser is going to be the stock XRK Gen 3 Survivalist series. It's a very long name for a stock, but this only gives you ADS. Like, it's such a long name for just ADS, and then it takes away some aiming stability. Now I did forget to mention that the 5MW laser does give you that hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed, which is damn important. The underbarrel you want to run for this class, again, is going to be the Commando foregrip for that recoil stabilization and aiming stability. This gun, with all these attachments, it feels like a straight up laser. Like, it just shoots at people and you'll barely miss anything whatsoever. Now it does take away some movement speed, but again, it's a very light gun. You don't have to worry about that. The rear grip is going to be the FTAC G5 EXO. Like, these names sound really damn cool on these new weapons, so I'm really digging that. I like that a lot. Now this gives you ADS speed and it gives you sprint to fire speed as well. So we have 2 attachments within this class setup to give you sprint to fire speed, and trust me, they really do help a lot, especially if you start hip firing and all that kind of stuff before you start aiming down sights. You will be able to kill those people really damn fast. Now it does take away some aiming stability and recoil control, but we literally just had recoil stabilization and all that kind of stuff added to this weapon and aiming stability within the last attachment, so don't worry about that. Going to the number 2 spot, this is the one that I was going to put at number 3. That is the MP5. For the MP5, you want to run the TAC laser right away for that ADS, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. Now, unfortunately, the laser is visible when you're aiming down sights, but it's all good. It's the MP5. The stock is going to be the Forged TAC Ultralight, so you could aim, walking, movement speed. You guys could start aiming and walking and faster and all of that at the same time. The underbarrel gives you that Commando foregrip. You definitely want to run it for the recoil stabilization and aiming stability. It does take away some movement speed, but guys, it's all good. Now, like I always say, the MP5, you can't run this class without running the ammunition 10mm auto 30 round mags. This gives you damage and it gives you range, and it does take away some fire rate and aiming recoil control, but it's super worth it for that extra damage and range. And the last attachment is going to be the rear grip stippled grip tape for that ADS speed and that sprint to fire speed. It does take away some aiming stability, but I went through this class fast because I've given it to you guys before. Now I want to get on to the last class, the GRA 5.56. This is a very good one, and you definitely want to run it. This is the number 1 gun, man. It is so good in this game. The barrel is going to be the FSS 26.4 inch Archangel. This gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Really damn good to have. The stock is going to be no stock. You want to definitely run that for that extra movement speed and that ADS speed, because it is an AR. You definitely do want to be a little quicker with it. It does take away some aiming stability and recoil control, but don't worry, guys. The underbarrel is going to be the Commando foregrip, so you could get that recoil stabilization and aiming stability with it as well. You guys are going to be super accurate with this class right here. Make sure you're using it like crazy, and it does take away some movement, which sucks, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. The rear grip, which is going to be the last attachment on this one, we only need 4, is going to be the XRK Void 2. This gives you ADS speed and it gives you sprint to fire speed, taking away aiming stability and recoil control. I don't recommend running a sight on this one. The iron sight is very good, and for the perk, you could either run sleight of hand or fully loaded, all up to you. I prefer sleight of hand. So that is it, guys. These are the top 5 guns in order: MP7, M4A1, Striker, MP5, and GRA 5.56. These are the ones. This is the exact order that I believe to be the most overpowered weapons in Season 2. The M4A1 is still super damn good, even after the nerf. Like, this thing it's really damn powerful. But if you guys made it this far, might as well drop a like, beat the heck out of it down in the comments below as well. I want you guys to let me know your favorite weapon and the worst weapon that you hate dying to the most. If you guys can subscribe to the channel with those notifications on, that would be amazing. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.